And one thing to me, too, I'm down on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, come on.
This guy he plays like, it reminds me of Joel Embiid, but he's 6'5". The fouls, the free throws, it's such a crucial part of his game. Luka's the same way. It's almost an unpleasant style of basketball to watch. He's great in the mid-range, and he plays with such good pace, but he leads the NBA in free throws. He's second in the league in attempts per game behind Embiid, who's only played 15 games. He relies, and him and Giannis too, and Giannis goes downhill every play. It's impossible to stop him as a physical specimen. Even the last play of the game, if you watch the last play of the game, he tries to get a hoist up a three, and he's looking for a foul. Dude, you don't need to. I don't like this. I don't like that style of play. I just don't. And he's plays with pace. He's calm. He's collected. He's playing great on a great team. I don't know. I can't deal with the foul things. I'm down on him. I don't know if I'll trust that in the postseason because the fouls and the officiating gets tighter.
LeBron led at the free throw line too.
Not as much. This guy leads the NBA in free throws by like 70 free throws
for a lot of years. LeBron did as well.
I don't think he did.
Come on, man. He led at the line.
500 free throws, Mike, and the next one is like 420. It's more like Dwayne Wade than anything.
I don't agree with the Joel Embiid thing. I'll listen to you on fishing for fouls, but I think every great player does that. I think Kobe Bryant did that. I think LeBron did that.
It's a part of the game, but it's such a crucial part of his production. It's almost not fun to watch. Luka's the same way. Luka is the same way. The amount of complaining to the officials and edging for a call every 5 seconds, it's like almost you can't trust him to get a basket without the help of the official.
I like Shai. I think he's the MVP this year. I think that he's on the best team in the league as well, and I like them to go deep in the playoffs. I'm not sure I'm there with the T-Wolves. I want to see them string together a really good stretch here. I think anytime you have Ant, a player of his caliber, on your team, you could go on a run.
But I think they got a great coach. Chris Finch is a great
Chris
coach.
Finch is good, but Colin hit the nail on the head. I don't trust that team in the postseason without another player with Anthony Edwards.
No, I
really don't.
I'm okay with that team. I don't trust Oklahoma City in the playoffs.
Okay. I'm on the opposite spectrum. I don't trust the T-Wolves without Cat. I really think that Sam Presti has built a great roster there in Oklahoma City, and I think Gilgeous-Alexander is really elevating himself to one of the best in the league. I think he does win the MVP. Colin, to your point, maybe Jokic deserves it. He probably deserves it over any player year in and year out, similar to LeBron and even Kobe on the back half, but I think Shai will probably win it this year. I love the block by Ant, though, Colin, late in that game on Gilgeous-Alexander. So late in the game, I think it was one of the final plays of the game.
It was the last play.
Yeah, Gilgeous-Alexander goes to the hoop to try to,
3 seconds or 13 seconds.
And Ant, who was a non-factor basically all game, swatted the hell out of him. That's a competitor. That's the when Stephen A. Smith says I want Anthony Edwards to be the face of the league, that's the kind of stuff that I want to see. It was a really fun game in the NBA last night, and I'm looking forward to the Mavericks and the Lakers tonight and hoping that could follow in suit.
9 free throws a game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The one that's Giannis is 10, Shai is 9, and then it goes all the way down to Trae Young and Anthony Davis in the low 7s.
Come on, man! It's like we're splitting
What do you mean? Come on, we don't like
splitting hairs.
Hold on, it was a problem with Embiid. It's a problem with him. We brought it up yesterday. How is it a problem with Embiid? It's not a problem with him.
I don't think he fishes nearly in how.
The guy was on the free throw line in the All-Star game.
I feel like I feel like Embiid did it in such a, I don't want to say weird fashion, but an ugly fashion.
Because he's bigger.
Shai has a beautiful game, man. He's got handles. He could get to the hoop at will. He finishes at the rim.
There's so much free throws. He relies so much on the free throws.
32, 6, and 5. This kid's a star.
I understand. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying he leads the league in free throws statistically, which he does. And you're acting like it's not.
But I don't think it's like a problem. I don't think it's a Joel Embiid problem.
Joel Embiid he's not leading the league in free throws.
He doesn't play.
But my point being, if it's such a problem with Embiid, then how is it not a problem with Gilgeous-Alexander?
Because he's going to the hoop.
What was Embiid doing?
But let me rephrase. He's the point guard. He's not the biggest. Embiid's 7 feet.
But then every point guard in the league should be having the free throws that he does.
Embiid's fishing for fouls.
Watch him play in the games. He does this. He searches for fouls. He plays with. He slows down. He tries to get the body into it. I understand it's part of basketball, but he does it more than everybody else. It is such a major point of his offensive game.
I don't think it's as desperate as Joel Embiid, but I understand the point.
What do you have? 17 free throws yesterday? That is unethical. It's an unethical amount of free throws.
Dude, how many times has LeBron and Kobe and the other guys done
that,
though?
LeBron doesn't get calls. LeBron does not get calls.
Not anymore.
He never did. LeBron does not get calls. He gets every call in the book. Doncic gets every call in the book because they complain non-stop. And I understand. Jordan complained. Kobe complained. If you're great, you're allowed to complain. But to a certain point, if it's such an aspect of your game and it's such a crucial point, to me, it's just he shot 17 free throws yesterday. The rest of the team shot 10.
Now, I didn't want to go here. LeBron James it's a lot of games, Colin, obviously, but he's 4th all-time on free throws. James Harden, 9th all-time on free throws.
Is this per game? Is this per game?
Harden,
is this per game?
This is all-time.
This is total. I can't listen to totals. Nobody cares about the total.
Hang on.
If it's per game, I listen.
You're acting like this guy's James Harden, though, too. And Harden's 9th all-times in free throws attempted.
And
he does not fish like James Harden.
He has more free throws than Harden this year.
But he doesn't fish like James Harden did in the past.
But he's getting fouled every play, but Harden isn't? So which is it? How can we say that?
He's not, but it's not to the point. I don't think Gilgeous-Alexander is fishing for fouls to the point of James Harden and maybe Joel Embiid. But I think he's going to the hoop and getting the call more often than not. I don't think he's fishing for a foul. I think he's trying to make a play and he's getting met at the rim and getting contact.
I don't think you watch enough Thunder games to make that declaration.
I don't know, Colin. I watch a lot of the truthfully, I do watch a lot.
End of January, he had 21 free throws in a game. He had 18 free throws in a game. He had 17 free throws in a game. He had 16 here, 11 there. It's a lot of free throws. He's getting fouled every play. They cannot stop him. They cannot stay in front of him. Or is it a facet of his game? He turned it into a piece of his offense, like Harden did, like Doncic did. LeBron tried. He's too big. He didn't get the calls. Joel Embiid turned it into a piece of his game. We're allowed to say that. It's just, to me, it's not that entertaining of a brand of basketball. To me, as an individual player, that was just my takeaway. It's just, this guy's at the line a whole lot. And he's a good player, and he does everything. And he's calm, and he's efficient, and he's collected. But to me, if that is such an important aspect of your game, it's not the most pleasing aspect of basketball to watch. That's the way I'll close it.
You shouldn't respect them.
Huh?
Like, you lose respect as a basketball player.
I mean, if it's such a... That's why I think about Harden. Harden, it's such an important piece of his game. Harden's a great player. Harden is a top 3 or 4 shooting guard in the history of basketball. But to me, if you're a foul guy and you're shooting so many free throws per game, and Jordan did too, but if that is such an important aspect of your game, I don't know. It's just not fun for me to watch. It's not as impressive. There it is. It's not as impressive. That was our 5 at 5. We roll on here. We got to close out the program a little bit next. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.